What's up? What's up? Welcome, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone in between. Grab your vices, let's chill, relax, and let's get straight to it. This is episode 45 with Straightforward with Ms.B. And Happy New Year to everybody. I'm messing up the sound system. Happy New Year, Happy New Year, Happy New Year 2023. We made it safe and sound. Everyone is healthy. Everyone is doing good. Everybody is uh, rejuvenized and ready to go and tackle this new journey in this thing that we call life. Shout out to everyone. I hope everyone had a wonderful Christmas holiday season. Whether you took vacations, whether you spent time with family, whether you spent time with your kids, your loved ones. Um, hey, I'm sure everybody is thankful that they have made it to this new year. And for those who may have lost someone last year or the years past, I'm sure that they feel, you know, their spirits, in other words, I'm sure their spirits, filled with joy and love as well. Looking down upon you, seeing that, you know, you're enjoying yourself also. Because, we always have people that watches over us, people who have crossed over to the other side. They say that, you always, especially if it's someone that you was very close to, um, they tend to, look out for us and watch over us. So anyway, so what New Year's resolutions? I'm curious to know. Of course, you can leave it in the comments. You can DM us. I'm curious to know. Did anybody make a New Year's resolution? I used to do that when I was younger. Once I got older, however, I kind of stopped making resolutions because every day to me is a time in which, I can use it productively and make improvements upon my life. I'm sure, we all have these vices, habits, things that, tend to not work out well for us that we definitely want to change, or there may be things that we want to accomplish, goals that we've set for ourselves, that we aspire to, that we tend to procrastinate on. And, we wake up one day, say, hey, I'm going to tackle this. But then shit, next thing you know, 24, 48 hours done passed and you ain't even did shit. So you're not alone. If you're that type of person, you're definitely not alone. I'm that type of person as well. But strangely enough, I don't know if I don't know. I feel like somebody may have put the roots on me or something. My Christmas holiday, I was working, and Christmas morning, I wake up and I had a pipe that burst in my home. So I have been dealing with that. Fortunately, you know, my entire home was not damaged. It was kind of confined to my garage and my guest bedroom. But just having to deal with plumbers and restoration and mitigation, it's just like, oh my God, So I did some of the mitigation myself. Went to Home Depot, purchased like a water vac, what they call it, a shop vac, as well as a blower fan, one of those big blowers. Just trying to soak up as much water as I can out of the carpets in that room. So now I'm just at the point where I am getting contractors out. I've already, filed a claim. Luckily, I didn't have any hassle there with the insurance company because Atlanta, suffered a lot. We had a lot of freezing, very, very extremely cold weather. And, people just like myself forgot to kind of turn on the faucets to, have that water kind of do the slow leak thing. And a lot of businesses and residential, commercial businesses, residential homes were destroyed, because of the pipes bursting. And so I'm praying for all of those individuals as well. Hopefully they can get their lives back on track and their homes and their businesses are back on track. And hopefully I can get my stuff fixed as quick as possible. And then after that, my washing machine stopped working. So I'm like, what the hell? Like, what's really going on? So I was dealing with that, trying to DIY. I'm all on YouTube, searching for how to fix a washing machine. And it just wasn't it just was too much. But luckily I was able to drain the water out, scoop the water out. Thank God I bought the shop vac. So I used that to suck all the water out the washing machine. So I've been looking at, prices of washing machines this week. I think I figured out which ones I want to get. So I'm going to just go ahead and replace the washer and my dryer, make sure they both matching and stuff like that. So I'll probably go to Home Depot this weekend or Lowe's and go pay for it so that I can get ready for them to ship it out because I do have laundry. You feel me? Anyway, so after that, I wake up, what's today? Wednesday. I wake up Monday and I have this pain in my arm. And I'm wondering, it's in my left arm. And I'm wondering, oh shit, am I about to have a heart attack or a stroke? No, this can't be. I have had some health issues this past year trying to work on my blood pressure levels. And so I've kind of, gotten those to a good place. And I'm like, no, I haven't. I'm on Google, on the internet searching. I'm one of those people. I will Google absolutely anything. If it's something I need to find out, I'm going to Google it. Back in the day, I would run to the library when we didn't have the internet. But these days, I go straight to the internet. I'm Googling, what's going on with the arm pains and figuring out what symptoms I have. I don't have no chest pains. I don't feel no chest palpitation, heart palpitations, none of that. I could just feel this pain in the back of my arm. And then the next day I feel the pain. You can feel it in kind of like the nerves and I just felt it going down my arm to my hand. So I've been dealing with kind of like this numbness. So I'm thinking that I may have slept crazy one night and pinched a nerve possibly. But I told myself that if it continues to kind of feel this way, as of today has felt a little bit better than it did yesterday. And I've been doing like some little arm exercises and kind of massaging my arm and stuff like that. But I've told myself, by Friday, if I'm still feeling the pain, then I'm probably going to go to urgent care and then I will make an appointment with my neurologist so we can figure out if it is something dealing with the nerves in my arm. So y'all just pray for me. You know what I'm saying? Pray for me that I can, get this shit under control. Cause I'm like, it's just, I don't know. It's Mercury retrograde. What's going on? Like, it was just back to back things that I'm going through at the beginning of the year. And it's like, this is too much. And I'm one of those people that suffers from anxiety as well. So that I just been kind of like real, just anxious and fidgety. Like, these past 2 weeks, and I'm like, okay, some shit need to. I don't know if this is a sign that I'm just waiting on greater things. Greater things are gonna happen for me this year. You know what I'm saying? Maybe in the prosperity area financially, in my love life, family, career. I don't know, but hey, this can't be nothing but just a sign that, hey, great things are on the way. So for today, I did want to just kind of quickly talk about, if we're going to stick with the new year, new me topic, and resolutions. Like I said, I don't really do resolutions anymore because I'm continuously trying to improve who I am, be the best version of myself that I possibly can. But for those out there who kind of struggle in their area, there's many things that you can do. You have vision boards that you could put together. um Take a little notepad, start a diary, write down things that you want to accomplish, or if you mentally just want to lock things in your brain and meditate on things. I suggest that you guys, take part in that, because being a introspective person, I tend to, of course, some may call it overthinking, but I just like to think about things and try to keep my mind in a positive state. And especially when you are trying to manifest things in your life, you do have to just hone in on that mental solitude so that you won't be distracted or allow um, negative thoughts, come into your head, and just kind of talk to yourself and mentally think about the things that, hey, kind of do some self-reflection, check yourself, and I talk to some people and just watching people, and you know you'd be surprised at how many individuals do not take the time out to check their self. Sometimes we have to sit back and just say to ourselves, like, hey, girl, now you need to stop drinking so much. Or, girl, you know, you wasn't the best friend this year. And you can kind of tell that by, reactions to certain things. So if you're one of those people who's afraid to, what's the word, face reality when it comes to you as an individual, maybe that is something that you could put on your list. Hey, 2023, this is the year I am going to improve upon that aspect or characteristic that I have. It's nothing wrong with telling yourself you're wrong. It's nothing wrong with, outlining those things that you may have a bad habit of doing, and want to correct it. It's absolutely nothing wrong to do that, you know? So I kind of urge everybody to take the time out. It doesn't have to be an everyday basis, but as long as put that first foot forward and get to that place to where, hey, you're determined, you're going to discipline yourself so that you can make the necessary changes to become a better you. Hey, that's what you got to do, because it's nothing fearful about it. You shouldn't be afraid. You shouldn't be embarrassed. Hey, that's just something that you need to do. And I guarantee you that everything in your world, in your circumference, is going to change for the better. And this even goes to people who, may not be the best when it comes to diligently attending church and getting the word or reading the Bible. I'm one of those individuals, but I do pray and I do have faith and I speak to God and I ask some things and we, discuss some things one on one. And, you know, I have that relationship with that higher being, you know? So even if you are that person, whomever you choose to, um, I guess, believe in, no matter the religion, you know, but it's okay. It's quite all right. Because who am I to judge? I can't judge you, just like you can't judge me, you know? But what we can do is do whatever it takes for us to become better people because it's crazy out here in this world. It is absolutely crazy in this world. I don't know, within the last, I would say, 3 to 5 years, social media has really amped up the level of negativity that we see and endure on a daily basis. It is a lot. You scrolling, this person done killed his baby. You scrolling, this girl done ran over her husband. We have mass shootings going on. You have, situations with celebrities like the Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion situation and that whole trial. And I definitely want to get into that at some point. I don't know if I'm going to do it on this podcast, but, I'll get into it. Or I may talk about it, when we do the Sunday night lives on YouTube. Then we have the Brian Koberger, 28-year-old PhD student who has allegedly, murdered 4 college students, like brutally murdered them in their own home at the University of Idaho. Like, it's so much damaging, negative things and violence happening in the world around us that it seeps into our subconscious. The more that we scroll on the internet, the more that we turn on that fire stick and tune in to cable television and to the news, it continues to seep into our minds. And that does not benefit us at all, in no way, shape, or form. I guess some people may say, okay, well, it does allow us the opportunity to, I guess, keep up with the news and know what's going on in our society. Yeah, you can say that. But from a self-preservation standpoint, it's affecting our brains. And we have to learn to take breaks from it. I try to take a break from social media. However, now that I am a podcaster, it's like I have to kind of be tuned in. That way I would, have topics to talk about on the um, podcast. And, I am one of those ones that like true crime programs. So I've been keeping up with the court cases and the murders and all of that, you know, and I love YouTube and I love Netflix. That's pretty much all I watch. I don't really watch regular TV. I catch the news on the internet, you know. I'll go to the New York Post or Wall Street Journal, LA Times. You know, I could pull that up on the computer, you know, and keep up with the news. Um so I myself have to kind of limit myself to things that I take in subconsciously or consciously. Because it's definitely not it's not helpful, you know, for my mental. Especially being somewhat of a empath. Um, I could be a little bit complex in that, meaning I'm not the most emotional person in the world. However, I can feel others. You know what I'm saying? Like sorrows and stuff like that. You know what I mean? I kind of subconsciously take those other people's sorrows on, and you know, sometimes it could be a little bit heavy for me. But I try to subside that or counteract that with humor. Like I love to laugh. I like comedies and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I have my friends that keep me laughing all the time. So that keeps my spirits, helps keeps my spirit up. But, you know, like I said, all of these things we just have to be mindful for, especially if we're trying to manifest greater things for ourselves. We can't allow the negative to overpower the positive, you know? And that's pretty much, you know, what I wanted to come on here and talk about today. You know, just kind of starting off the new year. I know I've been gone a couple of weeks. Needed a break, needed a mini vacation. But I did want to come back and, you know, talk to you guys today, especially start off the year on a great note. You know what I'm saying? And just talk about something positive and not really dwell on any pop culture hot topics or gossip, gossip. Which we'll kind of get into in the weeks forthcoming. But I definitely wanted to just use this first podcast of 2023. Um, just keep it light and positive for you all. But like I said, I am intrigued to know, you know, if any of you have resolutions this year. I think it'd be a cool idea to kind of hear some of the resolutions and dive into them a little bit. I've been on this world 40 plus years, been in this world 40 plus years. So there's a few things that I know that maybe I could, you know, give some advice to. I just like to, you know, just have those conversations, those real, genuine, authentic conversations with people, just to get to know people better, understand their way of life, where they come from, their environment, and if there's anything that I can do verbally um, to help guide them or educate them in the right direction, hey, I'm down with that, you know? I am down with that. If you are struggling maybe with the career choices or navigating corporate America, things like that, starting a business, you have questions about entrepreneurship, you can definitely DM us at straightforward. That's STR, the number 8FWD, Ms.B. That's on all social media platforms, or you can email me at STR, the number 8FWD media at gmail.com. And we can get into some things. But as far as the podcast, hopefully, you know, I definitely want to get my studio area together. Things that I do want to accomplish this year. Get my studio area together so that I can do live podcasts or pre-recorded podcasts and, upload those to YouTube. I want to do that. Of course, continue doing podcasts on a weekly basis, once a week, on Thursdays, and of course, publish them on the podcast streaming platforms and on YouTube on Fridays. So I plan to continue to do that. I am proud of myself for completing 44 episodes in my first year. Some people who have podcasts, they split podcasts up into seasons. So they may do 20, maybe 20 or so podcasts in one season. Then they'll take a break for a couple of months and then come back for a second season. But for me, so far, the weekly podcasting schedule is working for me. It just allows me to push out more podcasts, more content for you all. Sometimes there are slow weeks, whether it's, maybe I'm just taking a break, taking a vacation, or there just may not be something that is extra interesting that I feel as though, hey, it's, worthy of being talked about. But outside of that, I'm proud of myself for getting up after procrastinating during the pandemic to finally starting the podcast. And now I'm here, first year down. I think this week or next week is going to be my 1 year anniversary for the podcast. I appreciate everybody who has tuned in to episodes, who have given feedback on episodes. I appreciate AG, who recorded multiple episodes with me. Like I said, he will periodically come back on the podcast. For now, he has been participating consistently on the live YouTube streams that we do on the weekends. So I am appreciative of that. I appreciate Miss Renee as well. She's somebody that I definitely sought after because she just have a different point of view, and I think we have been doing great. We all work as a great team. We definitely need more people to participate in the chats. I don't know why people are so afraid. You can come on the live stream. You don't necessarily even have to show your face. You can cam down. But hey, you could talk to us, get in the chat, or just come to the lives and just chat with us. We talk about all the topics. We keep it funny. We keep it real. Hey, we keep it authentic to ourselves. And hopefully people can be appreciative of that. Excuse me. I'm always sneezing on this podcast. So be looking forward. I will have Miss Wendy, Miss Milton, come on the podcast. She will probably be here maybe in the next few podcasts to continue our mental health discussion. That's a series that we do have going on. Thank you guys for listening to that. I forgot what number episode that was. But if you're looking on Spotify or, Apple, Google Podcasts, just go down the list and see which one she was on. We had some great discussions on that, and we just want to continue the dialogue. So look forward to her. But I will sign out now on this particular episode 45. And again, it's a new year. Make it your best year. I want everybody to accomplish things that they have set out for themselves. Stay positive. Don't take in too much negativity. Keep them haters off of you. And until next time, peace out.